This is a thrill for me. Paul Giamatti here on TCM.
Well, it's a thrill for me, sir. Thank you.
We're at the beautiful United Palace Theater in Washington Heights
Extraordinary.
in Upper Manhattan. And this is a palace.
Yeah, it
It's
really
a movie
is.
palace.
It's kind of amazing work on the ceiling. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
if they still do movies here, but it would be
they
great
do.
to see.
Oh, they
Do
still.
they?
Yeah, they still.
My God,
yeah,
it'd be amazing to see a movie here.
So you're here to program a couple of movies, and you've picked two terrific films. We'll get to them momentarily, but you're a two-time Academy Award nominee, most recently for the Alexander Payne film The Holdovers, which was wonderful. Earlier, Ron Howard film Cinderella Man, but Sideways, Win-Win. You are one of those actors who, if Paul Giamatti's in the movie, it instantly becomes worth seeing.
Really? That's very nice to hear. Thank you very
you ever
much.
think, I mean, you must realize that and be aware of
I
that.
don't know. I just feel lucky to have been in a lot of movies that if I happen to see it, I might watch it on TV, not just to look at myself, but to actually watch the movie. There's some good movies, so I'm lucky in that way.
So the first movie you've picked is from 1962, Carnival of Souls.
Correct.
Produced and directed by Herc Harvey.
Herc Harvey.
This movie important to young Paul Giamatti.
Indeed.
Yes?
It is the first movie that truly made a profound impact on me, and I was 4 years old. So four. And I think it was
not a movie for 4-year-olds.
It's really not.
Yeah.
It was formative. I really do think it was formative because it set me off on enjoying these kinds of movies. These sorts of, even though it's not a universal monster movie, it had that feeling to me as a kid. And so I loved all of that kind of stuff.
I mean, it's a horror movie.
It is a horror movie,
Yeah.
but it's an off-the-grid indie horror movie made by two guys who made industrial films.
Which is interesting because George A. Romero, Night of the Living Dead, was making industrial films and commercials.
Yeah.
And Carnival of Souls, huge influence on him.
Totally. And these guys were very skillful. I mean, they knew what they were doing. It's beautifully shot. You know, it's really a beautifully constructed movie. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, made for like 30 grand, maybe a little more than that in the early 60s. Shot in Lawrence, Kansas.
And Salt Lake City.
And Salt Lake City, yeah. Like there's only one studio scene, really, a scene in a doctor's office. That's the only one.
Oh, is that the only one where
everything
they were on a
else,
set?
Everything else was on location. That's like the
and
only
that's
set.
a really important thing of it. It's very tactile. Where they are is really important.
Like Roger Corman, like so much of this shot, like there's no permitting. They just went and
total guerrilla style shooting.
you'll see a scene in a department store where the clerk doesn't interact with the lead actress. Herc Harvey apparently just gave her $25. Like, this woman's going to come up to you. Ignore her.
They just busted into the place.
Right.
Yeah, they just busted into the place. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, and it has this kind of exploitative, handmade feel that feels really good for that kind of B horror movie.
Yeah. So as a kid, like, how did you react to this? Were you scared?
It scared the crap out of me. But I discovered this strange quality that sort of horror movie aficionados have, is that I liked it. I liked being scared, but it terrified me. And actually, interestingly, the ghoulish guy terrified me. But one of the spookiest things about it, and watching it again, it's such a wonderful effect, is the stuff where nobody can hear her, nobody can see her.
Yeah, really.
And there's that eerie organ note going throughout the thing, and the sound gets very sort of odd. And that actually scared me the most.
Candice Hillegas didn't work a lot, but she's very strong here.
Very.
I won't spoil it. This movie opens with a pretty dramatic moment.
Yeah.
You mentioned that there's a ghoul in it. He shows up again and again and again. Just that is the producer and director Herc Harvey playing that ghoul, and you see clearly early sense of how zombies look and act today.
Yeah, it is a zombie movie, isn't it? It's kind of hard. It's hard to
Yeah,
nail down
I mean,
exactly what he is.
It's barely a zombie movie.
Yes.
We don't really know.
But he does have, I mean, you can see the influence on Night of the Living Dead totally. I mean, they look very much like them. Yeah.
Paul, thanks for bringing this movie to TCM. This is a good one. We'll watch it now. Paul and I will be back after the film with much more. Here it is from 1962, starring Candice Hillegas, produced and directed by Herc Harvey, Carnival of Souls. All right, so we're back now. Just dying to, we could in the intro we couldn't barely talk about anything in the movie without
that's the
giving away.
problem.
So you said a moment ago, right before we started, so she's dead, and obviously she's dead now, but was she? I mean, and then we see the car, so she.
She's dead, I think. But what's happened to her exactly? I don't know.
Because those people who the cop and the sheriff and the doctor, they're like, they recognized that was a person.
They do, right.
Right.
They actually see her, right.
Right.
So it's like she's actually been in the world somehow.
Been in the world
So
somehow.
it's like in some weird way. So it doesn't, it's very unclear what's going on.
In between.
Yes,
She was
she's
somehow
in between.
in
She's
between. And I guess because she's still in the car, it doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Right, it doesn't
it's
matter.
just, it's fantastical in a way that really works. What I always wonder is, who is the guy? Like, what is he? Is he deaf? He's not the devil, although it's suggested he could be. He's not a figment of her imagination, but what is he? We don't know.
I mean, he is clearly calling to her. He's clearly
Yes.
telling her, this is where you belong.
should be here.
Right, dancing with us.
Frankly, the Carnival of Souls looks like it's more fun than the actual real world, which is
Yeah.
kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, the real world was
Yeah.
filled with some jackbags. This
It
was not a,
totally
it was not
creeps.
a, it was not
Yeah.
a great, it was not a great place.
No, she's menaced all the time.
Yeah.
You know, the guy who plays the neighbor, though, went on to become a kind of a revered acting teacher. His name was Sidney Berger. And I don't know why he didn't go on to do more, because he's kind of great at playing this skeevy sort of guy that he plays.
Yeah, and the moment that you know how terrified she is when she's begging that guy to stay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta stop him. He's after me again.
I'm getting
I don't want to go.
Not me, sister. That's just what I need. Get mixed up with some girl who's off her rocker.
I don't want to be left alone.
There's a moment where she's talking to the doctor again, her last scene with the
Yeah.
doctor, and you don't see the doctor's face. And I know, I
Oh,
wrote
it's
it down.
fantastic.
I'm like, oh, this is going to be the ghoul,
Of course.
right?
Yes.
But then it turned out to be her dream.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, I didn't see that part.
Right.
I
So it's
wasn't-
all these layers of it and things
yeah,
within.
yeah, so it's really, and that moment where she says, the doctor, it was in describing one of the two moments where no one can see or hear
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
She's like, it's as if I
It's as if
I
I'm-
don't
right,
exist.
I don't exist.
And so at times she did exist. She was with
She
that guy.
was actually there.
She-
Yeah. So
and
it's,
there's
it's a
also-
real world thing happening.
There's a moment where she throws a coin into the pool or some body
Yes.
of water,
Right.
and we see the ghoul underneath, but she
She
doesn't.
doesn't. Yeah.
So
So
all
it's
these
constantly
decisions.
shifting. No.
Yeah,
It's
and I'm
constantly
curious whether
shifting.
that was, whether that's
How
all
much is
thought
intentional?
out, and how much are they like, yeah, let's put him under the pool.
But how much
Yeah.
of what's great about this movie is
right.
intentional and I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of it feels accidental, a lot of it feels like happenstance, and it all just fits together into this bizarre package that makes the whole thing work.
Beginning of that first scene where we see Candace Illigas in the car,
Mm.
you know, and my sense was she's supposed to be afraid, like wanting to tell her friend, hey, don't get into a drag race with these
Yes.
buffoons, right?
Right, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot of fear, and I thought, oh, she's not going to be up to this job.
Mhm.
But wrong again,
No,
Rob.
she's
She was
fantastic.
great, yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't do much, but I mean, she's still around. Like she did some voiceover work a few years ago.
Meisner trained. She was Meisner and Strasberg trained. So
Yeah,
she was the real deal.
Yeah, and frequently she's got to come up with these moments of terror with nothing to act off,
Nothing,
right?
totally,
Like you
yeah.
see that and think that's hard.
That
right?
is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of it's hard. And knowing that they were shooting it fast and on the fly.
Herc Harvey, his crew, he had 5 people on the crew, I
amazing.
think, counting him. So that I imagine the writer John Clifford was around helping. That in the auto body shop where she rushes at the end when she's trying to get out of town as quick as she can, the mechanic who helps and puts the car up, that was the editor.
Sure. They're guys who know how to use what's available to them.
Yeah. Paul, thanks very much.
Yes, sir.
Stay with us. Paul is not done. Coming up, part 2 of his double feature from 1968, directed by Roman Polanski, John Cassavetes. I got to say Mia Farrow first. So Mia Farrow and John Cassavetes in Rosemary's Baby. It's next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Rosemary's Baby, then Southside 1000, and later, Murder, She Said. TCM's Your Alibi tonight.